This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Taylor Swift has got us talking about when you meet the parents quite soon. Like she's hanging out with Donna Kelsey, having a great time at
MetLife Stadium.
Which works out well because, you know, her
Chiefs
son's a sports star. She's a celebrity. Of course you want your mum to meet Taylor Swift. But, like, you know, when we're not dating Taylor Swift, what's too early? Hi, Mel.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Mel.
What
All right,
happened,
so we're
Mel?
talking about meeting the parents and the timeline. What happened?
Okay, so I was on the second date with this guy, and we decided to meet at a restaurant.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we were sitting for about 10 minutes when this couple walked up to us,
Yeah.
and they sort of just stood there. So I asked them, like, you know, can we help you or anything? And then the guy that I was on the date with was like, oh no, these are my parents, and you know they were like, it's all right, your son. Yeah, she's beautiful. We're gonna go home now. Have a good night.
We're going to
And
go
so, like-
home. They were there to check you out, Mel.
And then I asked him, like, you know, a little bit later, I'm like, oh, is it strange that your parents are at the same restaurant? He's like, oh, no, I organised it with my parents because I've dated some, like, interesting girls in the past. So I wanted to get their opinion and see if they liked you.
So wait,
And
this was like a premeditated drive-by approval.
Yeah, and he was like, we weren't like 17, we were like 24 at the time.
And also all they did was
So,
look
like,
at you.
it was
Like that doesn't give them
so
much
creepy.
indication of your character.
And Mel, they spoke in front of you.
Yeah, they like literally just said, yeah, she's beautiful,
She's beautiful.
son. We hope you have a nice time. And
It's a
Why
red
don't
flag.
you know, if
Are you still together, Mel?
no, not at all.
Okay.
If you're going to go to that length, someone gives you the wink and the nod from deep, you know, hey, she looks all right, you know, whatever. So you don't have that conversation in front
But
of the
also, how annoying for those parents. I mean, like, wherever he goes for a date, they have to go, okay, get in the car, do your hair. Oh, look, we've been there for 5 minutes. Just go check
Put a
her out.
jacket on.
Walk in there, have a look at her, sniff her hair, check out her gums. Yeah, she'll do.
She'll do.
The gums
Not
are
as bad as the
important,
last one.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Thanks, Mel. Nicole's in South Perth. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi,
How
Nicole.
quickly in the sort of circumstances did you meet the parents, Nicole?
So it was the first date. We had like a little joke before saying like, I'll meet your dad. As a joke, it was completely a joke on my side.
Yes.
And he was like, yeah, no worries. He can come like on our date. And I was like, oh yeah, like going
Good
along
one.
with the joke. And then I get a message in the morning. It was like, are you still on for the date? A date with my dad. And I was like, yep, no worries, we'll be there. And
Leaning
he was like,
into
leaning
the
into
joke,
the gag,
leaning
yeah.
into it.
I'm
Love it.
fully like seriously thinking it's a joke.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, cool, Dad's excited. And I'm like, wait, you're joking, right? And he's like, no. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I can't come. Like, this is sort of weird. And he was like, that's so disrespectful. My dad's taking his time out of his afternoon. And so I went, I was so nervous. I didn't even have a chance to look at the menu. I ordered the most expensive thing on the menu.
Yes.
And it was like red meat. I don't eat red meat.
Yeah.
I downed it. I got so sick afterwards, had to go to the toilet, and it was just so funny.
Oh, Nicole, so there was the
Nicole.
three of you sitting there?
Yeah, it was the three of us. Then, like, the dad in front of us too. I was shaking the whole night.
Was the dad like asking you questions? What was it like? What was the thing? What was the vibe?
Just asking. I don't know. Like, we got on really well, which was really nice.
That's lovely.
I can't even remember. I just remember how nervous and like just weird.
Well,
like,
because
how
you're on a
weird
date
that
with a
was.
guy and his dad for the
yes.
first date. I mean,
And you
it's
thought
a
that was a
strange,
joke the
it's
whole
a
way
strange
through.
situation.
I thought it was a joke. Like who brings their dad to the first date?
Of course.
So, do you did you see him again?
Yeah. Well, I'm still with my partner for 5 years, and now I'm like the dad's daughter. So.
Oh, my God, it worked
Stuck
out,
it out
Nicole.
through that. What are you talking
I
about?
don't know why I'm still here, but
Oh my
Okay,
God,
that's
I'm
amazing.
single. Can I borrow your partner's dad?
Yeah.
Let's head over to Jenny's house. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Jenny.
All right.
All right.
So we're talking about the timeline of meeting one's parents. What do you got for us?
Okay, so I had been with my husband now for 3 years, and I hadn't met his mum.
Oh.
We invited her down for our wedding,
Yeah.
and she was meant to be at like the ceremony and everything. She missed the ceremony. I did not meet my husband's mum until afterwards when we were having the photos, and this strange lady was walking up to me, and I had no idea who she was.
Whoa, Jenny.
And that was your mother-in-law?
Yes.
Jenny, was
And
there
it was my mother-in-law.
Where
I
did
had
she
no
live?
idea
Did
who
she
she
live
was.
far away?
She lived Geraldton.
Okay,
not
okay.
that far.
It's not
That
around the
far
corner.
away.
And for how
It's
many?
not
So
around
she
the
lived in
corner, but
Geraldton,
yeah.
and how many years was it?
3.
3.
3.
Did you start questioning whether he was hiding you from her?
Or her from you?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And he's like, no, I just don't like my hometown. I grew up there. There's nothing up there.
Okay.
Well, your mum's there.
That's one thing. And the mum didn't make one single trip to Perth in that entire 3 years.
So interesting. I
No.
love that. That is so funny.
amazing.
Well, when my mum and dad got
4 hours
married,
away.
I didn't know this, but so dad married mum in Sydney, and then he took her on the best.
An epic train journey.
I know this is on the bus.
Oh, this is
Showed her the life she was
Honeymoon.
going to be living by then
honeymoon.
putting her
on
on
a
a bus.
Greyhound bus.
All the way over to Kalgoorlie. When he got off the steps of the bus, when he got to Kalgoorlie, that's the first time he met my mum's parents.
Whoa, that's hectic.
After marrying.
Yeah.
Back then they weren't FaceTiming or anything.
No,
There
there's
probably would have
nothing.
been like half a letter.
Yeah.
Insane.
Amazing.
Let's go to Vanessa in Forestfield. Hey, Ness.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. Did you meet the parents soon or very late?
Very, very soon.
Okay, talk us through it.
He took me to the movies for our first date, and then decided he didn't want to go home or drop me home just yet.
Yeah.
So he took me home to meet his parents and all the neighbours.
Were they having a gathering that you kind of walked in on, or they? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a standard Friday night gathering, which he knew happened every Friday night.
Yep.
And, just decided I was worth
Bring in.
You're
to the
worth
fold.
bringing in.
introducing to
To
everyone.
be honest, though,
Yeah,
for
that's
you
all
to
right.
be the the thing of his show and tell.
I know.
Like that's a proud moment for him. How was it for you?
A bit daunting and,
Yeah.
But, so family dinner was 2 weeks later, and then 3 weeks later he dropped the L word.
Oh,
He locked you down.
Yeah.
Are you still together?
And, 28 years.
28.
28 years.
28
years.
years.
You know what? There is something said, right? I'm going to say this only in the relationship states where you both seem to like each other. There's something said for not playing any games and just
No, that's
saying how
right.
you feel. Not going, okay, this is where it's supposed to sit
Times
on
were
the
different
timeline.
28 years ago, I reckon.
But then again, 3 weeks. How long was it until you got I love you? How long
3
was that?
weeks.
3 weeks.
3
3
weeks.
weeks. I don't know.
It's a big play.
I don't know.
But you haven't met Vanessa. Maybe she's that amazing that you
Yeah,
would love her
Vanessa,
after
you
within
probably
3
are.
weeks.
Well,
She
also,
probably is.
That's
Vanessa,
on
I'm
you,
going to have to get
Vanessa.
you around. I'm going to have to get the neighbours together and give them a viewing.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
So Nathan's outraged because he paid $75 to get an exit row for the flight home from Sydney, and Sean McManus just waltzed in, got it for free.
He throws
didn't even
caution
know
in the
either.
wind. He doesn't even check his flight details or where his seat is, whereas I strategically have the blueprints out of the plane and I'm working out how I can get the best seat possible.
Well, if this makes you feel better, I did feel like I was on a roll after that. So then when I got to the airport, I went down to the Lost and Found because I'd
you
left
looked
a
for
pair of
sunnies.
sunnies 2 weekends before, but I didn't find the sunnies. So there was a negative, you know what I mean?
No, I don't care about your sunglasses.
Okay.
I care about the fact that I spent $75 on a seat that you got for free. It's disgusting and I won't stand for it.
Kelly, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Kelly.
A little bit better. How are you?
Nathan's come back very angry. What happened?
I've got one for you, Nathan.
Okay.
When I was 18, I just came out of my apprenticeship as a hairdresser
Yep.
in country Victoria, and I bought a business. And I thought I was doing the right thing. I also bought a house, but then ended up broke, so I was working in pubs and stuff, at night, making extra money.
Wow.
So what happens is my nana says to me, if you do my hair each week, the old wash and set,
Yeah.
colours and perms or whatever, when I stop driving, I'll give you my car.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, that's a really good deal. And, you get to spend time with Nana,
Yes,
so
I love
it's a
that.
win-win.
Yeah.
And then it turns out Christmases and birthdays came into the deal as well. So I didn't get anything for Christmas or birthday
Okay.
because I was getting the
You were
car,
getting the car,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, not a problem. What happened? Oh, I think your sister needs the car.
Oh.
You've got a car.
No.
3-4 years later, my sister gets handed this nice little Laser back in the day.
Yeah.
Nice little hatchback. And I'm left with diddly
what?
Oh, Kelly, no
I'm sorry.
way.
You
Kelly.
turned and set your way into ownership of that car.
Yes, you did.
Did you then write out an invoice for your grandma for all of the hair that you've done, and also the Christmas and the birthday presents you've missed out on in that time?
I know, right? I was like, okay,
Kelly.
sure.
No.
Nah, that's a stitch
That
up,
is
Kelly.
a miscarriage of justice.
Hey, Kelly, I've got a question for you as a hairdresser who sets an old lady's hair once every week. By the end of that week, what does the old lady's hair look like? Because I've always
We
wondered.
don't talk about that.
Oh,
no,
okay, we don't
don't
discuss that.
discuss. And this
Okay.
was before dry shampoo.
Say no more.
Oh, right.
Say no more,
Before
Kelly.
dry
Thank
shampoo.
you. Monique's in Wellard. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hey,
All right,
Monique.
Monique, what happened?
So on my 40th birthday, my sister organized a buffet surprise for me with friends.
Yep.
So when we got there, they declined individual payment.
Yes.
And they wanted one person to pay. Then obviously we would do the splitting after.
Okay.
Yes.
So my sister took a card out and the card got declined. Then she was like, "Oh, it's okay, you pay. Then I'll organize for everybody else to give you back the money."
Oh, Monique.
And then I got my card out. I paid. Whew. Then we went home, and I'm expecting all these monies to come back in.
Yes.
On 9 out of 14 paid.
Oh. And to be clear, it
It
was
was
your
your
birthday.
birthday.
It was my 40th. Then I thought, do I ask them? Do I text them? Then I thought, no, I'll be brave. So I sent text and I said, "Hi, guys. Remember, you still haven't paid for this." There was no response.
No.
And I have not spoken to those people up to date because I'm so mad.
Oh,
Of
Monique.
course you should be so mad. That is disgusting. People know when they owe you money.
Yes. Well, and also she sent them a reminder
Exactly.
text.
A reminder text.
And the worst thing is, I hate Monique. When
You hate Monique?
No, I hate when you lend somebody money or cover something for them, and then you, being the nice person that did that, actively have to keep chasing them. Oh, Monique.
We're furious for you.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
So Sean's son, Ollie, thought he would lie about his age to get into the sauna and say he was only 15 to get the discount rate. But they said, no, you've got to be 16 to come in. And then he went, oh, no, I am 16, which he is. Yeah. But they didn't believe him.
It's so bad when you lie and then you try to unlie.
They rarely believe you.
For some reason, they believe the initial lie.
Once you've confirmed you're a liar.
We are talking about when lying has backfired right in your face. G'day, Neil.
Hello, how are you going?
Hey,
good,
Neil. What'd you lie about?
Well, you see, I was going back a few years now, like in about 96. I went through the police academy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were all out one night, and there was 5 of us in a mate's car heading into the city.
Yep.
So we were driving along the one of the back streets, and we got pulled over. Of course, everyone's like just going, "What the hell's going on? What are you doing wrong?" And his mate we were going, "Oh, nothing." So obviously all of us intriguing new recruit jump out of the car, and this one guy comes walking up to us, start chatting away, and we're going, "Oh, what station are you from?" and all things like that. And the guy's going, I'm based. He just basically, we could tell there was something wrong here.
Yeah.
What had actually happened was the guy was impersonating a police officer, was pulling over cars.
Yeah.
And he had actually pulled over a car with 5 brand new recruits in it.
You recruit cops. What are the
This guy's
chances?
kind of realised that something bad's happened here. He just takes off. Look, back then I was young and fit. We all were. So we've taken off after this bloke, grabbed him, and next thing we've got our police IDs that we have from when you're a recruit going, "Hey, mate, you pulled over the wrong car here. What's going on?"
Oh, my God.
The real guys down there, they came down and dealt with it.
You know what?
yeah.
You hear this fake cop thing
That's
quite
right.
a lot. Do they get off on the power, or what is it? What is it?
I couldn't really tell you. It can be obviously quite dangerous.
Yeah, that's
You pull
right.
over
Yeah,
person
pulling over single
and
women
the
and
next thing
things
you
like
know,
that.
you're going to have to deal with that situation. But
Wrong car to pull
yeah,
Neil, can I ask you, Neil, do they have just like put a light that they obviously bought, they put on the
Yeah,
car? And
so it made it look
what
like
was the
it was
guy wearing, though?
Oh, he's just wearing plain clothes.
Yeah, but it makes you look
he
like
had his
he's...
plain clothes
yeah.
on and had like a belt. Look, we're going back a while ago here now.
Yeah, he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt. He was modelling his cop off Sipowicz.
Yeah, so obviously the
Magnum
lingo really
PI.
wasn't there. I guess he hadn't watched too many episodes of Cops, so
Oh, Neil, that is very
I
funny.
just love
good.
these. Of all the cars to pull over, that one. Car
he'd
full
be-
of new
he would have been
recruits.
flat after
Thanks, Neil. Sharon's in Ballajura. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, hey, Sharon. Did, who got caught out in the lie? What happened?
Well, I caught somebody else out in a lie. Years and years and years ago, I was on the opening team for the convention centre, and we had one of those mass, staff call-ins, where you rock up with your paper resume and you sit down and, for 5 minutes and do the little audition.
Yeah.
And I was sitting down with an applicant, and I was flicking through her resume, and she had down that she worked at a restaurant that I'd worked at for many, many years.
Yes.
So I just quickly flipped over to her reference page, and she listed me as her reference. I've never met this girl before, ever.
Sharon.
What she was friends with one of the another girl that had worked at that restaurant, but just used her resume. The funniest thing was I was wearing my name badge with my full name on it.
Yes,
the entire time.
What are the odds of that happening, though? That's amazing.
Exactly.
What are the odds of the fake cop pulling over a car full of cops? What are the odds of the girl that has used your name on it?
Yes, being interviewed
in
by
front of the
you.
girl. That is so funny.
She looked like literally she didn't know if she wanted to just get up and run away or wait for
So how did you say it to her? What did you say?
Oh, I just asked her about what she liked about, working at that restaurant and, what was her manager like? Oh, yeah, she was really great, lovely. I said, oh, that's really lucky because that's me.
You just get your things and go, wouldn't you?
You
give
would.
you time.
You'd never lie again, would you? We're going to go to Chantel from Byford. Hi, Chantel.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, Chantel. Who is the liar, you or somebody else?
It was me.
Right.
I was caught out in a lie. I was working a second job on the weekends, and it was like a night shift. And I was 18, and I just got my ID, and I just wanted the night off. So instead of calling in sick, I called in and said that we were stuck down south from a day trip away, and I couldn't get back for my shift. But it was back in 2006, and I think it was, I didn't realise they would have caller ID on their phone.
Yes.
I called from my landline at home. And I called their landline, and they actually called me back 10 minutes later, and I answered the phone, and they asked me how I was answering my home phone.
Oh, Chantel, holding the ball.
Rookie mistake.
Back then, you got caught out with that 2006 technology, hey?
I know. I actually just felt so horrible and embarrassed that I quit, and I never went back.
You just
What
have
do you
to quit.
mean they could see my number? How do they do that?
It's magic.
The bloody government.
Thanks, Chantel. That's a ripper. Lena's in Beaconsfield. Morning, Lena.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Great,
good,
Lena.
Lena.
Now, who was the liar, Lena?
Oh, it was just more embarrassing lying. I don't know. And it was to John Farnham, of all people.
Oh, no.
okay.
He's an Australian
Yes,
treasure.
that's right. What happened?
Well, I've loved him all my life, from Sadie the cleaning lady times. And I used to work
Wow.
at, so far back, me and him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I worked at I think it was a Merlin at the time. Might have been the Hyde. I think it's still the Merlin then, though.
Yeah.
And when you used to come in and sign their papers, they just, all the entourage and everybody used to come to the desk and then they'd sign and then go up to their rooms. Well, underneath his registration paper, I put a note to myself under it so that when he would sign it, he would be signing on a carbon copy on that piece of paper underneath it to me.
Yes.
So you get his autograph.
Yes.
That I wrote the note. And he saw it.
Oh, he saw the note.
Yes. He lifted it up and it said, to Lena, it was really good spending time with you. Love, John Farnham.
I mean, he should have gone all in. Lena, you're the love of my life.
Oh, my God. I should have written more.
So what did he say, Lena?
He said, here's a copy for me, here's a copy for you.
Oh, it's awful. It was awful. It was so embarrassing. It was really good. He was really good about it. He says, well, what happened there? I said, I don't know how that got there. I don't know who that is. And he says, your badge says Lena. Your badge says Lena.
Lena.
Yeah, it was pretty awful, but it was really funny.
And you got it, though. You got the autograph.
And a great story.
And we got tickets to his voice concert.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow, you were a winner.
Yeah.
After all that.
Yeah.
See, Sean,
It's worth it.
kids,
Thanks,
if you're listening,
Lena. Lie your way.
Lying is the best thing you can do. Get your stuff.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.